What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. Is it your first time joining the show? Welcome to the show, okay? Tell someone about it. Spread the word around. My guest today, Steve-O. My man, Steve-O. He's on tour right now doing the Bucket List Tour. Go to steveo.com and get those tickets. Go check him out. He's on the road. He's all over the place. This dude is a machine. Some of the most wild stuff I think I've ever seen in my entire life were on the bucket list. So go check it out. Also, come see me and Bobby Lee. Me and Robert E. Lee are touring around the country to finish the Bad Friends Tour in 2024. We'll be done for a long time. We're going to be doing Atlantic City, Reno, Salt Lake City, Temecula, Sacramento, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Niagara Falls, Tucson, and we're finishing the tour in Las Vegas, Nevada on 4/20, man. Come out and see us. BadFriendsPod.com for those tickets. BadFriendsPod.com. Enough rambling. Let's go to the episode.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
dude, it's like Jackass meets stand up, and I'm fucking super stoked on. Thank you so much.
Dude,
for
you're a
letting me do
fucking
that.
grade A.
Brother.
I'm actually kind of like, I might throw up. That's like fucking ape shit, dude. Is there any way you can give us footage so we can show it on the show, or no? Do you not want it out? It's up to you.
They're,
Like a clip, like do you have clips of that you post that we can post?
I have I've got a vasectomy.
Don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it now.
I have a vasectomy Olympics promo that I
Just
can,
give it to us so we can
Yeah.
at least put it on the episode.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
How long are
dude.
you touring this for, by the way?
I've already toured it. Like
done.
I ran the fucking shit. I toured it to death.
What are you gonna do in the new year? Are you not gonna tour it in the new year?
I'm gonna take my time and put together my new hour.
Another hour. So
Yeah.
you're not going out.
I just gotta shoot all my, like,
I know. Yeah, you got to put it together. But that's
Yeah.
fucking. I'm like in shock. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. I'm like literally shocked out of my fucking mind. Also, I'm dumb. I didn't know that I thought people, they pass you out when they do a vasectomy.
No.
They don't put anybody under?
You can. Some people will go completely under. But mostly what it is, it's like when you go to the dentist to get one tooth worked on. They'll do a little prick which numbs the area, and all you feel is that one little prick.
Mm-hmm. You're
And
right.
Then they can grind, they can...
And then it doesn't matter.
Right. It's exactly
Damn,
like that.
dude. I've literally never seen them cut that. I didn't know they cut it like that. I mean, they literally
I
snipped
didn't know
it.
what it was. Isn't it fascinating? I had no idea how a vasectomy worked.
How
either.
quick, too? That was only like 10 minutes.
Yeah, super quick.
God, dude. No, I don't know if I could ever do it. I don't know if I could ever do it, dude. I mean, that's just, it's just,
What, do you want to have kids?
sure. But even if I didn't, I don't even know if I want to fucking snip my balls and fucking, I don't know, dude. I feel
mean,
so weird about it.
On a cost-benefit ratio.
What if it fucks up? What percentage of vasectomies go
Well-
awry? That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, what percentage of vasectomies
Well, let me
go
tell you
bad?
how it worked. Oh, holy crap. Did that say 13.6% don't work?
Less than 1%
Okay.
of vasectomies
Okay,
fail.
Well,
All right.
here's the thing. Okay, before getting the vasectomy, it was very important to me to answer the question that I get for the last 20 years,
Yeah.
almost more than anything. Like, after all of the terrible things that have happened to my balls,
Yeah, we've all seen them over the past 20 years.
could I have kids if I wanted to? Like, I couldn't just go get the snip and never know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before the vasectomy, I went into the fertility clinic, and I tugged one off.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, and I'm giving away a little bit of what's in the special. I don't mind at all. They told me that the average man has about 20 to 30 million sperm per milliliter of jizz.
Right, yeah.
I clocked in at 51 million.
51 million.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
dude.
so
You beat me. I think I was 38 million or something
wow,
like that.
dude. Yeah,
38
so
or 39.
if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
That's exactly right.
And then after the vasectomy, I went back. So what they do, they say wait 30 days, and
Right.
then go back, and they put it under the microscope again. 30 days later, I went back. There was not even a corpse on the battlefield.
They were stronger.
No, not even a corpse on the battlefield.
Nobody
like
died.
there was nothing. Like they had cut the tubes which deliver the sperm.
Oh, you're saying there was no
There was
sperm
nothing.
left? Zero.
Yeah, I went from 51 million like aggressive swimmers, rah, you know, and
Yeah, to zero.
and then it was like they put
God bless.
just glass.
Just glass.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And so now my lady and I hump and dump
Hump and
all
dump.
month long.
Hump and dump in the fucking Steve-O household.
Yeah.
She
And
was
but
like, no, I don't want kids either, right? She said no.
she didn't want kids before we even met. I didn't want kids. And it's crazy because I've done like a million like things to promote this.
Yeah.
Not once have we gotten into the actual mechanics of a vasectomy.
Yeah, well, that's the real deal. We just saw like the real deal snipping of an actual tube. It's funny because it looks like a tube. I didn't think it would look like a tube. You know how they say like I have really bad nerve pain, and they always say pinch a nerve. You've heard that before?
Yeah.
No such thing. It's not real. Like the nerve isn't a hose. It's actually more like a flat. It's flat. So it does. It says you can impinge a nerve, but you can't really like hose it off. That's a fucking hose. That's a straight up hose.
It is a tube. It is a tube. It's called the vas deferens.
Vas deferens.
Yeah, and it delivers sperm from the nuts through the wiener.
To your boy. More importantly, for those that are watching right now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I meet him once again today. It's Steve-O on the show. It's a mid-show intro. We're talking about his special, his vasectomy that you get to see unedited, unblurred, straight from the fucking source. You see his nuts open up. Go watch Bucket List on your own website, steveo.com, your own website. And you get to see, we got to see some fun. I don't want to tell too much, but...
I mean, dude, when I was a kid, I was like 12 years old. I heard a joke. What's the definition of macho? And it was a man who jogs home from his own vasectomy.
That's funny.
And I always wanted to be macho.
And you did
That was
it.
my thing.
Yeah.
So I remembered that joke. And it was like the oldest, probably my first real stunt idea.
And you did jog home.
Based on that joke, like, man, when I grow up, I should get a vasectomy and I should do like more than just jog. I should set a record for the most macho guy there's ever been.
Did you feel more macho after that?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, your balls were fucking black and blue. How long do you have bruises on your nuts for?
My ball sack looked like that, like a plum, for, I don't know, about a week.
Have you gone in and gotten your nuts checked enough to make sure that like you haven't done any sort of like shape damage to them? Like, do they bruise?
I don't think I've done shape damage. No.
They still hold their core, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I've done any shape damage. And like, who cares?
Yeah, I guess if they're misshaped, I don't know. It might feel weird when you. I don't know if it. I don't know. I mean, I guess I have no idea what it'd feel like to have like just a bruised testicle. I don't want to ever find out. The fact that you guys, since I've seen the shows over the years take shape, the fact that so many of you guys are down to just get fucking walloped in the nuts makes me think they're so much more durable than we ever thought. I imagine cavemen must have been so delicate, and then one dude smacked his nuts on something, was like, it's fine. You could fucking run full speed, fall, smash a nut, it'll come right back.
Perhaps.
Maybe. I'm assuming they used to be real careful with them, right? And then people got over it. Then they probably tied them up and shit, and then kicked each other in the fucking dick like you guys do. I still can't believe you guys do that shit. I've been kicked in the nuts once, and it caused a massive fight in elementary school. And after that, I've never, ever been kicked in the nuts. The cup test, yeah, shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking insane to sit there and let someone fucking do that to you. Like, I just can't. Has anybody had a damaged dick? Doesn't Knoxville have a damaged dick?
Knoxville had a broken urethra.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like that's real.
Well, no, it was very real. He tried to do a double backflip on a motocross bike. That was the idea.
And he
He
landed.
didn't even come close to one flip. He just got upside down. They told him, do not let go of the bike because the bike will come up and it'll come down and land on you.
100%, yeah.
And he goes up there. All he managed to do is get upside down, let go of the bike. The bike went way up in the air, and then the bike came down and landed square on his wiener and it broke his wiener. And he had a catheter for, oh, yeah, there it is. He had a catheter for like years. He had a lemonade stand, lemonade bag tied to his leg. Fuck. With a catheter.
But now he's fine. They pulled the tube out. Now he works.
Yep.
Don't let go of the bike.
Well,
I mean, That wasn't it, but the first
that
one was
angle
the
looked-
first one was it. Also, speaking of shit like this, crashing.
Maybe it wasn't, and the handlebar is what got him.
Oh, it did. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Show me this. Bow your head forward so the camera can see this tattoo on your fucking head, dude. I mean, what are we talking about?
It's Crash Test Dummy
I know
logo.
what it is, dude.
Yeah.
You're
I
a big,
got a
big fan of the band Crash Test Dummies. You got the Crash Test Dummy emblem on your forehead. I remember those commercials. I used to love those. You don't remember those? Do you? You remember those commercials, don't you, where they used to talk to each other, the Crash Test Dummies?
Oh wow, I think I kind of do.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that was like I remember the commercials were kind of funny.
Yeah,
they would chat
I
with each
do
other.
remember.
Make sure to
that.
put on your seatbelt, and they'd fucking run into a wall at like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
What made you get this, dude?
I got it right before I did my first Crash Test Dummy stunt. A couple months ago.
But were you like, I want to do this, or was someone like, you should fucking get a Crash Test Dummy tag?
I've had the idea forever. Like
Yeah.
I've literally had the idea forever to dress up like a Crash Test Dummy and recreate what you've always seen. The car just goes into the wall,
Right.
super slow mo. The bag opens up, so I bought a car for no purpose other than to just
Crash
crash
it
it
into
into
a
a wall, make sure the airbags work, it's good because for my next hour, I'm gonna alienate a lot of people, and so I figured if I weave through the hour like a recurring Crash Test Dummy bit to appeal to the macho kind of base, like kind of keep them looped in because I'm going into some weird areas.
So what it takes you? So for people that don't know, if people have to watch the special to go see the bucket list, it took you a year of filming and then a year of touring, right? Is that what you did?
For the bucket list, I spent 8 months.
8 months.
Filming the stunts, like the vignettes,
Right.
and then when I filmed, once I filmed it, then I would go to the Comedy Store, the Improv, Laugh Factory, and just work out the material for that bit, and it was awesome. Like so each chunk of the show I did as like local sets,
Right.
and then put it all together for the tour.
But the new one's going to be a Crash Test Dummy special.
No, the new one's called Steve-O's Gone Too Far Tour. and the Crash Test Dummy is just one element.
That's a
of it.
piece of it.
Yeah, that's a piece.
You're
of it.
going further than you've ever done on this last. Is this going to be like the last version of this, or you're going?
I think so.
Yeah, you can't
I
do
think
anymore.
so.
What are you
You
going
know,
to
I was speaking with Caitlyn Jenner the
Yeah?
other day. Yeah, they like this.
What Caitlyn have to say? Is Caitlyn going to get involved?
I didn't bring it up, but there is definitely room for that.
Are you going to make Caitlyn?
No, and Caitlyn was lovely. I had the best time, and what I filmed with Caitlyn and Lamar Odom won't come out until like deep
You
in
guys were
January.
smoking crack. What were you guys doing together?
Yeah, but they
Stop it, dude.
They have a new podcast, and I hope I'm, not upsetting anybody by saying that, but
It's a joke.
It's fine. But Caitlyn said about the way that I keep having to raise the bar and push myself further and risk my life more.
Yeah.
An analogy. She said, Elton John used to have all these elaborate outfits, and each one was just crazier than the last. And then he got to a point, he was like, like, Jesus. I'm just gonna, and then he started wearing normal clothes.
Yeah. Once you get over it, you're done. So now you're going to go back. You're going to be wearing suits, and you're going to be like Steve-O as Mulaney. Steve-O's up there. He's like, when you're cooking toast? It's just like a fucking normal ass stand up.
Yeah. No, I really, really am committed to one more like multimedia hour that is just.
It's a big undertaking.
It is. It's terrifying.
And also the way you tour is fucking lunacy. The last time we sat, we were on Bad Friends, but before that we were in Australia in my hotel, and this dude set up a podcast in my hotel room when I was down there shooting a movie. And your touring schedule's disgusting. You have so many people with you, and you go like, I don't know how you do. Like with us, we had to take big breaks. I couldn't do it. We had a chunk on the bus, and I was like, fuck this. But you busted, you vanned it too, right? Didn't you van it?
I bought. Well, I started out renting, like a legit Prevost tour bus.
Yeah, the real deal. Yeah.
That's an expensive proposition, man.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Renting a Prevost, and I was just like, oh god,
It's so much money. People don't know that it costs so much money to outfit those things.
yeah.
And you have to pay for a driver, and he has to
gotta
take
pay, yeah,
breaks, and
right.
and you have to get hotels, and it's
insane.
It's so much
insane.
money.
So what I did, I bought literally National Lampoon's Vacation RV.
RV. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought an RV. I put the obnoxious Burt Kreischer wrap on it with his Steveo
Steveo,
and
yeah.
everything, and just ran that thing. You know, God.
You don't still have it though.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I do. I've since peeled off the wrap.
Yeah, you got to take that off.
So now I have the cloak of anonymity. Yeah, but it's great. But no, I love it, man. And I, I tour pretty. It's so great when you graduate from comedy clubs to theaters.
It's cool. I do love the clubs though, because you really get a different vibe in a club. You really get to kind of peel out some jokes and really dig in deep into them. That's what I do still love about the clubs. I think I'm going to go back and do clubs next year to really go back and just start to feel it deeper again. Because sometimes the theater shows are such a show, and you don't get to do that old, that game of operation that you get to play in the
Right.
club with jokes where you're like, ooh, where can I go with this thing, and how far up can I go, and how theaters you don't really have the opportunity to do that.
I think that you can work on material just fine in a theater.
You can, yeah.
And I also just be the whole crowded restaurant. People are so busy eating.
That's it. Well, that part's a bummer. Yeah, that's why you got to pick your clubs carefully. You just got to pick the spots that you do that are comedy centric or comedy based, or
Yeah.
their history is based on it. Right. When you do fucking the strip mall ones, it's tougher.
And never mind the whole dynamic of the comedy club. Just the fact that when you're in the comedy club, you go to one city per week. You're in that one spot all weekend.
staying
If it's
there, yeah.
Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Whereas when you graduate to the theaters, now all of a sudden, all 7 days of the week you can do shows.
You can do shows, yeah.
And every night you can do as many people as you can do for a whole week in a comedy club.
Totally. Did you ever go to Asia? Did you ever do Singapore? We got an offer to do Singapore. Did you do that run?
I did one in Singapore.
How was that? Was that worth it?
Yeah, it was great, man. It
Yeah?
was great. It was a huge turnout.
Is it a lot of
huge show.
expats? Is that what it is? Like a lot of fucking...
Some.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot. I think that that a lot of people speak English in Singapore.
That's
right.
right.
Really, English is a dominant.
That's
country in the
right,
world.
baby. Respect us, rest of the world.
More people speak English in China than any other country in the world, but that's just a numbers game.
That's also because they're really good at business.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know how to fucking... They got our number. They're pretty good at taking us to the cleaners. And that's not a racial joke. So don't laugh. That's not funny, dude. No, but I think it's rad that you because I've seen you over the years do that, make the show to do the show, which is another step that most comics. That's a fuckload of work, dude. I give you a lot of credit. You're making the show, then you have to make the show. Which most of us, we have to just make the fucking hour, take it out. You have to make it, then take it out, and then do it to show it. And hopefully, but I do like that you're selling it on your own side. I just had a phone call with a buddy yesterday who's going back and forth over where he's going to put out a special. And, it was a long conversation about, what's the move? I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe just put it out yourself. And that's what you did, which I think a lot of people are kind of maybe thinking about doing. Just throw it up on your own shit.
This is a really interesting thing to get into. I would have loved to have been on Netflix. I thought...
Just for the namesake.
Yeah, it would have. For me, it's people look sideways at me. I'm Steve-O from Jackass. Always now Steve-O is doing stand up, and it's felt like an uphill battle to kind of earn my seat at the table, and I've wanted to have a net. Each time I've gone to Netflix and hey guys, and it's I think
they don't want it?
I think that Robbie Pra has some prejudice against the idea of Steve-O doing stand up.
Sure.
He even said when I came for my last special, I think it was directly from his mouth, like that. I deal with pure stand-ups, like lifelong stand-ups. Not like he thinks I'm like a gimmick kind of thing, and that was kind of crushing. So my last special, which was multimedia, and it had like the whole cast of Jackass, it was really something awesome. I put that out on my own website.
Yeah.
And I did very well. You know,
So, because the goal is, what do you want out of it, right? That's
Well,
the whole end game of everything. Do you want the money out of it? Do you
Right.
want the
That's the
recognition?
thing.
What do you want?
That's the thing. You know, I did well financially as far as like all the money I invested in making that show. Like I mean, I got
You made it back.
I got way more than I put into it.
So then,
back.
but the goal is you want the recognition
Well,
from
right.
someone like Netflix.
Right, and I mean, I just felt this time around, like having done stand up for 13 years and with disgusting touring schedules.
Yeah.
Like I've been relentless. I've just been grinding. And there were 5.5 years in between my second and third special. Those 5.5 years, like,
You really nailed it down.
I mean,
yeah.
I just felt like now with the format, like the whole approach I have to it, it's like Jackass stunts meets stand up, all boiled into this like multimedia thing. Like it's finally there. And now I want everybody to see it. So I go to Netflix, and arguably, I don't know if it's the prejudice or if it's just like literally how explicit it is. I mean, I blow a load on camera in this special.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be a big piece of it, dude. Getting your nut snipped and then shooting one in the sky. I mean, I do think there's a piece of that's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. This is kind of, it's
Right.
almost, yeah. I mean, how would they check that down on Netflix? Is they have to put on content that's not super graphic. But I mean,
Right. I mean,
don't know.
so it is what it is. And at one point I invited the Jackass director, Jeff Tremaine, to my house. I screened for him like an early recording of one of my shows with all the multimedia baked in. I was like, man, you know, because I had that hump, that door was just slammed shut on me. And I thought if I went with the director of Jackass, maybe that would open up the door. From the director of Jackass, the stunts Jackass could never show.
Couldn't do.
You know, like, and sat down with Jeff Tremaine, and he said, you know, hey, man, congrats. You've really outdone yourself with this one, but there's none of that can be on Netflix. Like, nothing.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, if I'm being honest with you. The stand-up
Right.
portion's fine to be on Netflix,
Right.
but I don't know if you could show some of that shit. I mean, you could
Right.
talk about it, but the whole point of your show is showing it.
Right. So
So
I have
Hulu, what's up? What's up, dude?
it, so I have it at steveo.com.
Yeah, just go to the website. It's
I have it
easier.
at steveo.com. It just came out like a few days ago. It's
Well, that's like Louis. That's like Louis put his out on his
Right.
own website. Of course, you're jacking off on yours consensually, and it's out right now.
Oh wow! You just clicked the link. I had no idea that they have an actual time for when.
Well, they
it
have the sale
ends.
end. Yeah, the sale ends. I mean, obviously, when this episode comes out, it'll already be just fully up there. But you have
Well, right now, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Well, it said the sale ends in
Dude.
43 hours.
43 days.
Oh, 43 days.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. And
Oh, okay. Well, this will be. Yeah. Well, then, so go. There's still a sale on it. Go buy it right now.
right, I got a long way to go to make my money back on this one, dude. Like just the opening sequence was $150,000 for a minute and a half of footage.
Well, yeah, because a helicopter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
The
costly.
yeah, and all the vignettes, like it was like making a movie. This was like making a movie.
What did you want to tell me? What the total was? You can say it.
I don't know. Like I don't even know, but I'm guessing about $500,000.
It's a lot of money to make an interactive special like that, and then to
Yeah.
shoot it too. It's another. I mean, that's nuts, dude.
Yeah, I shot it in London, England. Which
Why
didn't-
was that deliberate? Did you want to do it there? Were you like, I have to do it in London?
I was born in London, England.
Right
I
on.
went to all 4 years of high school in London, England, and neither of those points had anything to do with taping it there. I had literally just toured the wheels off of this thing so much that you don't want to tape a special in a show that you've already, or in a city that you've already done.
Yeah, that's kind of
So,
tough
you
because
know,
people have
like-
already seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, I performed this show in 262 cities.
Is there even 262 cities in the United States?
I mean, what, dude? 42 cities in Australia.
Oh, yeah. 42?
Who even knew that there were 42 cities?
Yeah, dude, we're doing 10, and I'm like, that's a lot, dude.
I don't think that Australians are aware of there being 42 cities in Australia. I did 30 cities in Canada, which I think it might be more than any artist ever did.
Yeah, that's huge. I've done like 6 cities in Canada, maybe. I've only done the big ones.
Yeah, and then
Do you plan your own shit? Do you tell your team you want to go to these small little towns, or do they just throw them at you and they're like, you want to go to here and here and here?
Yeah, I think I have an overly ambitious team.
I was just gonna say, dude. Yeah, are they
They're like,
are they buying another house somewhere? What the fuck, dude? Steve, we're doing 90 cities in Australia. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. As if they're not already going to be. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Those of you that like to bet responsibly, you know that getting a little bit of money when you put your money out there feels good, man. I like to play a couple of coins here and there, a couple of shekels on the teams that I believe in. Who's going to go all the way, Andrew? I don't know. I can't predict the future, you know? I have no idea, all right? But call me if you have any tips because I would love to know. Download that DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the code WHISKEY, all right? New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. That's pretty good. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code WHISKEY. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-78-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsibility gaming resources. This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Rabbit Hole Distillery and their one-of-a-kind Kentucky bourbon and rye whiskeys. Hey, not a rye guy? Change your mind with some Boxer Grail. This stuff is very, very good, okay? You're looking to get into rye. You're new to the game. You haven't found one that you enjoy. This souse is good. Bold and spicy, with balanced with sweet notes. It makes this rye a go-to. It really is. Named after Louisville's rich boxing heritage, Boxer Grail packs a punch from rye grain, but follows it up with flavors of citrus. You got a little bit of citrus back there, bright floral notes and black tea flavors. Keep you coming back for more pour. Behind Rabbit Hole's award-winning spirits is their founder, Kaveh Zamanian. This cat left a 20-plus successful career as a psychologist, went down the rabbit hole himself, went on a mission to craft the world's finest spirits. That he did. This year he was inducted into the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame, fastest to ever be inducted. They are small batch, pulling from under 15 barrels at a time. Make no mistake, they always use toasted barrels. They're toasted and charred, and it makes really good sauce. You got to give it a try. Go to rabbitholedistillery.com/buy now and use promo code RABBIT for $5 off your first order. Once again, rabbitholedistillery.com/buy now. $5 off your first order with the promo code RABBIT. Drink responsibly. Look, dude, the reps is what it is. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are, the better it hones in.
For sure. And
just
dude,
like anything.
I ran this show for 4 years, and it never stopped improving. Like, I kept kicking out bits, replacing them with better bits.
Right. Well, that's it, right? You
filming more, working on it more, working with writers, working with the speaking coach, like all of it. Like, I went in to make this
speaking
thing.
Coach? What's this for? What do you mean?
Because I sent an earlier recording to Knoxville, and Knoxville was like, man, like, this is great. I just, like, if you could figure out how to make your delivery feel more conversational.
Oh, right.
And I tried. Like, I would try, like, while I was doing it, I would record the shows, play it back, and I was just like, what's going on, you know? Ended up working with the speaking coach, and it actually, it wasn't even about, like, the mechanics of speaking. It was really more like therapy, like trauma therapy, almost, like, you know, like the speaking coach watched a recording of the show, and this lady, she was like, yeah, you know, in the videos, the stunt video portion, in the multimedia, like you're just, you know,
Jovial,
very
fucking around.
very normal. Very,
Right.
So why wouldn't you just approach the stage portion like the stunt? And I think that it really came down to like some subconscious, like self-conscious insecurity of like I'm on stage and like, you know, people don't want to accept me in stand up or some block like that. Like
It's you getting in your own way.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And working with the speaking coach, it helped like immensely.
Is that your biggest anxiety for real? Is that this whole like, because look, you just talked about it with the Netflix thing,
Yeah.
and let's be real. Do you think that's something that still fucks you up and plagues you? That you get out there and you're like feeling like you have to prove again that you're a stand-up?
I think that at this point, it's been long enough, and I've really forged my own lane. What I do is genuinely authentic.
Yeah, no one
like
else
I'm
is
not
doing
out
that.
there. I'm not out there doing an impersonation of what I think a stand-up comic is.
You're
You
just
know,
doing what
like,
you do.
I'm doing my own thing.
Right.
And I really think I did chisel through whatever, you know. I think that it all freed me very much. And but yeah, I definitely still have a bit of a complex about that. There's no doubt.
Do you think being here doesn't help? You think being in LA doesn't help?
No, it's
It
not
doesn't
that.
matter.
But it's not that. But definitely, you know, like comics they go to the store to work on new stuff.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I was in for the first many years totally backwards about that. I was like, man, if I go to the Comedy Store, the whole room's going to be filled with industry professionals. You know, like I'm not going to go there and work on new stuff and like, you know, like have it be bad.
Right.
I'll work on new stuff when I'm at like Chuckles in Omaha. You know, like and it was so important to me to like try to really like put my strongest foot forward in the clubs in LA.
Right.
And that changed when I put this show together. I no longer even cared. Like it really helped now that where it's like I filmed some like over the top, like unbelievably crazy thing, and I'm going there to work out material about that. That kind of gave me license to feel like I belonged.
Yeah, that helped kind of wedge that gap of like
Yeah.
those nervous fucking moments. Are you because of how the scene's changing and because of like how you travel and tour, I'm surprised you still live here. Do you live here because you still want to be here, or would you ever go anywhere else? Just because you're kind of like you're everywhere, dude. Like you don't need to be here, really.
I love Los Angeles, but I also just bought a 44-acre ranch in Tennessee.
This boy's going to Tennessee, baby. TENNESSEE.
Yeah.
Tennessee, dude. Well, how far out? Are you deep in the middle of nowhere? East Tennessee or West Tennessee? We're not going to say what
North.
city. Oh, you're okay. Right on.
Yeah, north. Closer, like very close to Kentucky.
All right, dude. Rad.
It's we got a badass property, and
What do you plan on doing with 44 acres, man?
My girl and I have been talking about this forever because we don't want to have kids. Like we're crazy about animals.
Right.
So we've wanted to buy a big property and open up an animal sanctuary.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
The soft side of Steve-O. Yes, he'll take a hit to his cock, but he respects and loves little tiny animals, all creatures of the world. He's a macho man, but he's also a sensitive, soft, sweet boy.
That's right.
What are we talking? Do you want to raise like an animal sanctuary of all kinds of animals, or
farm animals?
Farm animals.
For the most part. And now, like, we don't even know. We know we want to have a lot of animals, but we don't know if it's going to be a formal 501c3 nonprofit where the idea is to bring in tons of traffic to, you know, generate revenue to pay for the animals, or is it build the bunkers, get the solar, we're going off grid and we're growing our own food?
you could do a hybrid of both.
I
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could do the thing where you're living in your own little world, but also something it's a sustainable income for it.
Yeah.
You want it to float itself, right?
Yeah, with the little steveo museum.
Right on.
Disgrace land.
Otherwise, you're going to be hemorrhaging money if you own 44 acres of land without any income. You're going to be out like 50 grand a month. You're like, this is a little bit more pricey than I thought. You could do with the little what's the little person show? The guy that created a farm. Roll Off Farms. Do you know what this is?
I don't
Dude,
know.
there's a show, Roll Off, Roll Off Farms. So this dude, there was a show on TV called Little People, Big World. And this dude started off with a little farm, little being the key word there. Just do Roll Off Farms, my dog. So look at this dude. This dude owns, look at the sizes. This is going to be the Steve-O future. Except no little people, unless you have a bunch of little people that work for you. I don't know. Wee Man could, I guess, fill in some of it. But this dude owns a huge, massive acreage of farm that has like this. Like, this is what I could see you having. Like pirate ships for exploration and shit. You could have animals in like little towns and shit. That would be fucking rad. That's visitable for sure for me. There he is. There's the king. There's little roll off.
Wow. Yeah, our shit, I think, is way bigger than that.
That's pretty fucking big. But yeah, you're probably bigger than that. That looks huge. Now, will you have like a track on it and stuff? Like, do you have motocross and all that shit?
There is a 1 mile private trail that goes around the whole thing through the woods. That's my favorite.
That is rad.
That was the one thing where when we visited it, like recognizing that this is by far the most idiotic time in the history of the human race to buy a property.
Sure.
Like,
who cares?
You see the graphs of like how
inflation, yeah.
And we're ready for the crash. And when they took us on this little side by side like 4-wheeler, they drove us around that mile private trail. I was like, okay, dude.
Who cares?
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna die.
Yeah.
Do it now. That's what I feel like. I talk to my business manager sometimes, and if I ever get scared about anything, and he's always like, "Well, you have to live now, right?" He's like, "Are you gonna live later?" I was like, "I think so." He's like, "Yeah, but you don't know. So live now. Do your best, but live it now." Because every time I get scared of that, I'm like, "Oh, what's gonna happen? Who knows with a business?"
Right.
And it's like, whatever, man. Live it now because it'll be over anyway. So
I love that. I love that, and that's exactly what we did. We bought it.
live it
Like,
fucking right now, dude.
We've been even so passionate about this idea that my lady and I have been just waiting to get married on the property.
Oh, that's rad.
So we're gonna have a big wedding on this dope ass ranch.
Because you guys you guys already got married for the books, but not.
No,
You didn't. I
No.
thought you did it. You'd already. Oh no.
I wear an engagement ring.
Oh, that's right. Okay, right on. That's right.
Yeah.
You told me that. That's right. So you're gonna do a big, huge wedding on there, 44 acres.
Something.
You're gonna do something
cool.
wild. Yeah.
We're gonna do something cool. Yeah.
I could tell. Yeah, with you'll do something insane. You don't have to tell me, but man, am I interested what 44 acres of land costs in Tennessee. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking land, dude.
Yeah, and it's got a dope ass house and stuff.
This guy, dude. Huh? This guy. I don't know. Go buy that bucket list on steveo.com. Help him get some more land, baby.
Let me tell you this, that there's like 10 items on the bucket list, right? There's like 10 like video breaks to pay off bits. And the actual bits, they go in distinctly descending order of my fiance's approval and support. Okay. So like in the beginning, she's super. You saw the first one. She's like actively participating, totally into it. She's making it happen.
Right.
Like she's, and then you saw the vasectomies a couple bits later. She's still front and center.
She's right there.
When the kids are whacking me in the nuts, she's like, "No, you hit him in the nuts."
Yeah, she did say that. She goes, "Go for the front, guys."
Yeah, and then after that, it starts getting like really illegal and life threatening. We've got medical professionals stealing drugs from the hospital. Like straight up, we had.
What are you doing, Steve?
Medical professionals stole general anesthesia drugs. We all get together, the medical professionals in disguise. I'm on a bicycle with an IV in my vein. They're pumping general anesthesia drugs into my veins while I'm hauling ass on a bicycle. My fiance was still there for that one.
These medical professionals aren't losing their license because of this?
I'm never going to say who they were.
That's right.
Not even anybody on set. Got to see them. They were head to toe in disguise.
They have to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll lose their whole license. They'll
Right.
fuck for the rest of their
Yeah,
life.
for sure. In jail.
How did you lose your license? I stole anesthesia for Steveo to fucking ride on a bike. Was it worth med school, dog? That's crazy.
Yeah. Then when my lady's name is Lux. When Lux, then she just stopped showing up.
Because she got over it.
Well, she was like, look, there's certain things in life you can never unsee. And I just can't bring myself to be there to witness one of those things.
You giving birth? Yeah, she was like, I can't see a baby come out of your dick.
It was it was the epidural sprint.
Oh, when you got an epidural and then started running. Yeah.
Yeah, they put the 4-inch needle in my spinal cavity, inject the drugs to render me paralyzed, yank out the needle, and I take off running to see how far I can go.
How far did you get?
Dude, I ran out of room. I had to turn around and come back.
Attaboy.
And then I fell, collapsed like a baby giraffe being born.
How was the epidural? Didn't it feel good? They say it's like a blowjob
Dude.
for your back.
It was the scariest thing.
Why?
Because, I got this crazy doctor guy. He's like, hey,
No one likes to hear that. I got a crazy doctor guy. Yeah, he's fucking nuts, dude. Who knows what he'll do?
Yeah, he tells me he can paralyze me with a 4-inch needle in my spine. And I'm like, I'm thinking this sounds great, but
That's not what I think. I would say that's the fucking worst thing I've ever heard in my life. I can
Right.
paralyze you with a 4-inch needle.
right. So I just reached out to Dr. Drew to see what he thinks.
Right, yeah.
Dr. Drew says, "Wow, do I hate that idea."
Yeah, bad idea.
Like running with the epidural going on. In a field, and not even like a clean grass, like dirt.
Yeah, just like a hard earth.
Yeah, hard earth dirt. And what Drew said, he says, I wish I could talk you out of this, but I know I never will. Like,
Yeah,
I just
I'm not gonna
you
stop
know.
you.
He says, but just please hear me when I say watch out if you find yourself becoming paralyzed above the waist. The idea is it's paralyzes you from the waist down.
Right.
He's like, but if you start being paralyzed, sometimes it'll back up, he says. And then systems are going to shut down on
It'll
you.
get to your heart, right?
Then you're gonna stop breathing. They're gonna need to intubate you,
Oh my
to
God.
have a machine breathe for you.
Yeah.
And if you're in a field doing this on dirt, that you could really die.
Yeah, dude. That's
And I thought about it.
and did it anyway.
Yeah, I did it. So what was so scary is as soon as I collapse onto the ground, almost immediately, I cannot feel anything up to my chin. I cannot even feel any indication that I was able to breathe at all. And I'm like, I'm having trouble breathing. And I'm just thinking, this is it. Here I go. Here I am on the dirt. The doctor's actually dressed up like a clown.
Idiot, dude.
And then and the guys have to do their job, which is to figure out how paralyzed I really am.
Holy
So
shit.
they're doing all this unbelievably dark crap to me while I'm on the ground saying, I'm having trouble breathing. And I'm fighting to try to get enough air to say, I'm having trouble breathing.
Holy shit. What do they have to do? What do they
I mean, they're zapping me with electrocuting
the
things.
defibrillators or whatever? Yeah.
No. They're hitting me with stun guns.
No, dude, fucking
Yeah, they're lighting me up with paintballs, setting my feet on fire.
smart man, dude. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it was epic. It was the most epic thing ever. It was the scariest thing ever. But once I got to the other side of it, I started sobbing, just absolutely sobbing. And the weird doctor guy is no emotion, but now he's just confused. Why is Steve-O sitting here crying?
Yeah.
Through my tears, I go, the bar for my stunts is so high. And we just raised it. And I was just tears of joy because we just raised the bar, the impossible
We
bar.
did the impossible, dude.
Yeah. And so then,
You died and came back, kind of.
it was
It was a rebirth for you.
yeah, jackass, you can't break the law. You just can't.
Well, yeah.
And that here, I'm breaking the law. Medical professionals risking everything they worked for and their freedom.
Don't you feel like you've beat the life casino? You have to stop gambling at some point, dude.
Yeah.
You beat the casino. Like
Maybe.
nobody beats the house. You beat the house 1,000 times.
Yeah, man. I don't, like I like it seems evident that the universe has a plan for me.
Yeah, you know what it is though? You're gonna die some like really boring. You're gonna choke on like a chicken nugget. Out of all the fucked up shit you've done, you know what I mean? Like you'll die so monotonous and boring because you've lived such an extreme life. It's kind of like that Alex Honnold guy, the free solo guy.
Yeah, right.
It's like, dude, that guy will die from like, you know, he'll slip and fall and break a hip, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Something crazy will happen. That's like, what? You didn't die falling off a rock? That's what's insane to me about you, that you've touched it so many times. It's almost like the thing can't get you. Something wants you around.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Everybody wants a little bit of mental clarity. That's why Magic Mind is here, my friends. Magic Mind, delicious. Boost your energy and your focus. Crush procrastination. Elevate mental clarity. That's what it says. And honestly, I think it does do that. It is very, very delicious. It's great to have in the morning. First thing in the morning, I like to do it before I go to the game, before I have my morning cup of coffee. Very good. I've been trying it for the last couple of days, and it helps with focus, energy. I think it's wonderful to take some Magic Mind before I get my day started. I feel more like at ease, a little bit calmer, and I think it's a magic little elixir. The stuff is delicious, and it's organic matcha green tea. All right, that's really what it is. There's agave, some passion fruit in there, some vanilla, red beet, and potassium sorbate. But that you know, a lot of people were against trying matcha, myself included. You know, I was always a coffee drinker. I was never like, I don't want matcha, because my wife likes that stuff. And honestly, there's 12 magical ingredients inside of here, and absolutely phenomenal. Ashwagandha, which I do love. Turmeric, big fan. You know, they got that lion's mane in there. Gotta have that lion's mane. And it is very, very good. It's a great way to start your day. I think they're delicious, and everybody's looking for like a little shot on the go. Instead of taking those just a regular old ginger shot that you get from Trader Joe's. I do think these things help you with a boost and to get some focus, you know. They got nootropics, matcha, adaptogens, and vitamins already put in here. And it's pretty good. If you want to give this stuff a try, you very, very much should to start your day. This January, Magic Mind helps you get ready to achieve your 2024 New Year's goals with full focus. Focus, baby. If you sign up for 3 months, you get an extra month for free at magicmind.com/whiskey, magicmind.com/whiskey. That code, of course, is whiskey. It's an extra 20% off, which gets you a 75% off. That gets you 75% off. This only lasts until the end of January, so hurry up before it goes away. Magicmind.com/whiskey. That code is whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, we like you around.
Well, thanks, man. Dude,
I like you around, dude.
Man, I appreciate you so much, dude.
Yeah, I love you, dude. What? By the way, what is this?
Oh,
Did you bring some sauce for me?
This is Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole.
Oh, so I can only put it in my butthole?
No, you can. It's for.
Can I put it in my mouth?
It's for coming out of your butthole.
Oh, right on,
Yeah.
dude. You source hot sauce for your butthole. This is you. This is Steve-O's own.
Yeah.
And you found a company to make your own hot sauce, or is there?
Yeah.
You're fucking.
Yeah,
who are you sometimes?
It's my own recipe, dog.
This is your custom. Did you make this for years at your house, and then you were like?
I did testing at my house. Yeah.
How hot is this? Is this
Not hot. If you want like unbelievably hot,
Yeah.
then you got to go with Steve-O's Butthole Destroyer hot sauce.
Butthole Destroyer? Yeah. I'll just put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Steve-O's Butthole Destroyer is your top tier stuff.
That the top 3 ingredients on the Destroyer are the 3 hottest peppers on earth.
What is it? The Ghost,
Scorpion, and Carolina Reaper.
The Reaper. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Reaper's the one that you see those videos of. That people like talk a big game and they think they're hot shit, and then they take it and they're like,
Yep.
I'll never forget, dude. I was in what was I was in 23 or 24. I first moved here, and I was working in a physical therapy office. And one of the people that was coming in to get physical therapy, this sweet woman, she grew peppers in her yard. And she was like, I'll bring you guys some fucking really heavy shit. And I'm thinking, all right, dude, whatever. This is some little sweet lady's yard. And she was like, and also all these physical therapists were like, we'll all do it together. No milk. You know what I mean? No milk, no cheating, none of that shit. Just let it sit. And I'm not kidding, dude. I don't know which one it was, but I got in maybe 2 minutes. I'm being generous, and I couldn't fucking breathe, dude. It was like, like it was my whole throat was clogged up.
You feel like your throat's closing up.
I was awful, dude.
Yeah.
This is just regular. This is your regular sauce.
Yeah,
right?
that's
This is like good on eggs and stuff.
Yeah, it's the OG.
Oh, this is really good. I love hot sauce, dude.
And it's so much fun for like
Very good, dude.
Thank you. So much fun for like the stocking stuffer because it fits in the stocking. It's like not an expensive purchase. Christmas morning, you pull it out of the stocking.
Pull it out.
You got a little something for my butthole.
Just a little something for your tush, baby.
Yeah, Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole. You can buy it on Amazon. It'll be there on Prime like immediately the next day.
You're delivered here. And where do they make it here? In LA? In California? No.
I think they make it in Costa
Texas.
Rica.
In Costa Rica.
Yeah, they
I like that, dude. There it is, baby.
Yeah, right there in stock on Prime. Boom.
Delivered today, dude. Get it same day. The habanero, garlic habanero hot sauce for your butthole, baby.
Yeah,
The butthole destroyer. That's the top. That's top tier shit.
Yeah, the butthole destroyer is really, really.
Of all the bases that you keep touching, dude, over the years that I've known you, what's the end game? What's the one that you're like, that's the one big hurdle I want to jump over? Not stunt wise. I mean, just like, what's the one thing that you feel like is your apex of like, once I do that, I'll feel like I'm solid.
I want to have a show in an arena one day.
You want an arena show?
I mean, technically I did, but it was like in like this little tiny town in Canada, and it was
cares?
like a
That
little
counts.
hockey arena.
Yeah, but that counts.
And there's like, I forget how, they had like a little section cordoned off,
Yeah.
I want to like properly do it.
You want an arena.
Yeah.
You want like the real deal.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And
Dude. The way you said that when you smiled, you mean it. That's so
Yeah.
funny that you mean it.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, I've done arenas. I don't know, man. There's something about them that's like, they're amazing. Not my show. I've done other people's arena shows, obviously, but I don't know. But I like that you have that because some people have said when I was a kid, I always wanted to play the Garden. Right? You hear that a lot. Like when I was a kid, like Andrew Schultz, like our boy Schultz, sold out 2 fucking gardens within I don't even know, probably 20
90
minutes.
minutes the first one, and
Fucking
then the
guy.
next one. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But like for me, people have always been like, oh, for Chicago, when I played the United Center with Rogan, was that a dream? Not really. Like for me, it was honestly in my mind, I thought if I can make people laugh till I'm dead or till they make me like it till it's over, I'm good. Like I never had the whole like big room, big vibe. I was like, if I can just fucking get people to really want to come along with the ride, because I know the ride is going to be fucking all over the place, man. You're going to have,
I mean, it's like this. It's like this. If you look at music, there's like this catch-22, or maybe not as much anymore. But it's like the dynamic was that if you want to really blow up big, you have to have like a major record label,
right?
But if you want to make any money, you have to own your own music.
Sure.
So like there's, for people to really get big, it's like, like it, and for me, I mean, it's a different dynamic, but like I've been quietly kind of under the radar performing stand-up comedy for more than 13 years now. And nobody knows, like in the general consciousness of the world, nobody really knows that Steve-O does stand-up. Like there's this.
I mean, millions of people know.
Well, okay.
But not on the global scale, yeah.
Right.
Fucking billions of people don't
right.
know.
But like, I just think that I've finally gotten to a point where I just feel like what I made with this last special is really, really good, man. It's like unbelievably good, and my fear is that it's just not going to get the audience. If this new special, Steve-O's Bucket List, could get like the audience that I believe it deserves, then I think it just blows up, and then who knows?
Right.
Like for my next tour, how big it could get. And if that were to happen, the proof of that being the case would be that I was legitimately performing in an arena.
Oh, I hope you get it, dude. No, because you sense you're so passionate about it, so it makes me smile that you're like, you really, really mean it. So I think you. I mean, dude, those kind of things they're up to you more than anything anyway. You're already there. It's almost like you're already doing it. All you have to do is keep expanding this balloon until it gets so fucking big that
I just got to get eyes on this special. So, like, my people, believe me. Believe me that Steve-O's bucket list is the most utterly, shockingly entertaining thing that I've ever made. I swear. It is a beautiful, touching love story. It's stunts that would never be allowed to happen on Jackass. And it's the most wildly elaborate production that I've ever put together.
A touching love story, nonetheless.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the best part of all of it, right?
Yeah,
That's
I mean, by the end of it, Lux isn't just not showing up. Like, by the end of it, like, we're having a problem. You know, like
she wants to leave you because of it.
By the end of it, we're having a problem, and we're like, I'm rolling the dice with our relationship, and like the fact is that, you know, when heads are butting, and my attention whoring is one of the heads.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
There's a big problem. That tends to be the issue with chicks, dude. When it's like all about me. Did she come with you on the road to all your shows?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And she was great about it. Like the biggest problem that she had was me actually ejaculating on camera.
Yeah, I could see that being like that's her territory a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, she wants that just for her.
There's a lot of problems with that because like I wasn't just ejaculating, I was ejaculating with another man strapped to my back in an airplane filled with dudes.
Pretty typical.
And in order to get that done, I had to bring a DVD player.
Yeah.
And so now I'm pleasuring myself to the image of another woman.
With men in the room, no less. Yeah, with a bunch of men in the room.
Doesn't sit well with my lady.
She doesn't like stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't she have gotten up in that plane with you and just had some fun and got you to the spot? You really want to commit, babe? Get up in the plane.
Yeah. And
fluff me out, and then let's go.
That wouldn't have worked either.
The rad thing, the next level would be you guys hooking up, skydiving together. That would be fucking dope. Would she be down? Doggy style in air would be so wild to see that floating down to the earth.
It's not a bad idea.
You get trained enough, right? You have to go tandem. You could be her instructor on her back, and then you're good to go. And then get one of those harnesses, dude. You call me if you want me to produce the bit, dude.
If I get the tandem license, I'm already on her back.
Yeah, dude, you're right there. What else, man? You're right there. Yeah, you could just train enough, jump enough. Have you jumped a lot? Or no?
No, that was my first time.
What? That was the first time you went out?
That was my first time, dude. and here's the thing, dude. That was an idea that I'd had for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like I came, and the reason why, like, you won't even believe me when I say this. Like you won't believe it, but I'm terrified of bungee jumping, roller coasters, and I never wanted to go skydiving. I just.
Why? What, you? All the bullshit that you do, and a bungee jump scares you?
Yeah, I just.
Do you think that that's the time it's gonna break? You're like, this is the time?
No, it's not even that. It's just I think that like I grew up like jumping on stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't care what you tie to me. Like I can't look off a 200-foot bridge and see anything doable about that. Like I just have a block.
Whoa.
And like sustained periods of falling, like I don't like it. I just don't like the way it feels. I don't want it. I hate it. So for 20 years, whenever skydiving came up, as a mechanism for avoiding going skydiving, I always said, man, dude, come on, dude. That's not for me. I was like, everybody goes skydiving. It's not a stunt.
Funny.
Like for me to go skydiving.
Elementary school teachers go skydiving, dog.
Yeah, grandmas go skydiving.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to understand that for me to go skydiving, I would have to be butt-ass naked and furiously jacking off with another man strapped to my back, plus simultaneously blow a load as I fell out of the plane.
And someone was like, we can do that for you, dude.
That's called skyjacking.
Skyjacking, dude. Let's go.
Skyjacking. And then, like,
does Guinness records ever recognize you?
They snub me year after year. Yeah, Netflix and Guinness.
Netflix and Guinness snubbing you year after year. Guinness doesn't recognize
And I'm
any of
huge
this?
fans of both, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They don't
Follow
recognize
them both
any
on
of this?
Instagram. Love them.
Yeah. Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Have you ever reached out to Guinness?
Every time they pop up on my feed, it hurts.
Yeah, it stings.
I mean, dude, I made a video for my YouTube channel of 10 undeniable world records, which Guinness gives me no credit for.
Will they just not respond? Or are they like, no, we
Yeah.
don't recognize this shit?
I mean, I had a little bit of fun. I got a little bit ridiculous with it. But
That's a huge bummer that they won't give you credit for that. Yeah, like the highest porta potty.
yeah, the one that I think is really, really, worth giving it to me for is vomiting on television and in film, because we've all seen it. Every time somebody barfs in any TV show or movie, it's plainly evident that they just have something
It's
in
fake.
their mouth and they spit it
correct.
out.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference between a real barf and a fake barf.
Yeah.
And nobody has real barfed on TV or in film anywhere near as many times as I have.
And no one's
Dad,
gonna question
Look
that.
at this.
Well, can we count it? I mean, how many times have you
I mean,
barfed on
dude,
camera?
like demonstrably. Like,
That's why you sound like that. No, your fucking your
Maybe.
vocal cords
Perhaps.
are yacked.
perhaps.
It's you and RFK. RFK is he might have more barfs than you on camera. It's unbelievable, dude. You know what's so funny? In the course of my lifetime, I genuinely can count. I think on one hand, I've only thrown up like maybe 5. I think maybe 5 or 6 times, and I mean that. That sounds crazy, but like when I get sick, I don't throw
Yeah.
up when I get. The only times I ever thrown up was like
Too much
partying.
drink.
Partying
Right,
when I was at college.
Yeah.
Was the last time I remember from puking. But outside of that, whenever I got ill, I never threw up. I never was a guy who would get like the stomach flu where it went out that way. So genuinely, when I see that, it scares the shit out of me because the pain from throwing up is like in college one time, I was really sick. I was this thing and I would have like the dry heaving, which hurts. You wish there was something in there.
Right.
The dry heaving is the worst.
And the yellow bile.
Yeah, dude, that hurts.
Yeah.
It's so painful. Because stuff in there, you're like, it almost feels like you're just emptying a bag. You're like,
Yeah.
okay. Like it all gets out of you. Well, Guinness, if anybody from Guinness is listening, or should I say, if anybody from Guinness is listening, any of my family out there, it's so funny. It's the same company that does that. That Guinness, the beer maker.
I
So
know.
it's so weird. You guys make beer, but you won't recognize. You won't recognize our boy, dude.
Yeah, I went for I
Recognize our boy, dog.
I set an undeniable world record in my bucket list.
I mean, that's so crazy that you have you definitely have the most pukes on camera. You probably have the most kicks to the genitals on camera.
That I'm not claiming. But
You don't think you've been kicked more on camera than anybody else? Not in real life.
Oh my
just
guys, there are a lot of people that take nut shots.
in your crew.
Yeah, but for the bucket list, I set a free diving world record, the longest anybody has ever been completely submerged, holding their breath in pure rotten urine. Yeah.
Oh shit. Guinness, call up, dude. You know, it's like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Why can't Guinness make
Yeah.
a dirty Guinness record book? Like,
And how about this? How about this? If nothing that I've done, good, work with me. Come on, guys.
yeah,
You know?
call me and tell me what you want me to do.
Yeah, let's collaborate.
I guarantee you, there's got to be shit in that book that's on the
Yeah.
questionable side.
Yeah.
Right? They have millions of records that are in there. I
Right.
mean, we should have a campaign online. People that are listening to the show, do me a favor, write Guinness World Records. Tell them that they need to put Steve-O in there in some way, shape, or form or fashion. I think that would be the only way to get this done is if the fans reach out. Because honestly, they've had, the records. Here's the records that are no longer accepted. I have seen this before that they say there's like.
Yeah, they don't want to.
They've stopped taking certain ones because they don't want to influence people to try them again.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
going
right.
without sleep is detrimental. Gluttony, they don't want someone who can eat the
Yeah.
most. Binge drinking, obviously.
For
Hunger
sure.
strikes or fasting. Heaviest pets.
I
What?
think that they've even called it on tattoos.
Really? Cruelty to
Wait,
animals?
they're
What? That
not-
was a record for a while? Like, how many dogs can you beat? Child endangering records.
That
right.
is, yeah.
China
I mean,
said all
dude,
those.
There's nothing mean-spirited or...
No, none of your stuff.
Yeah,
So here's the
yeah.
deal. With you, the thing I always like to say is, and this goes in comedy in general or performance, if the pie's on your face, it's on you, dude. It's not like you
Right.
didn't do this to somebody else.
100%.
If the pie's on your face, I don't understand why that's not clear for you to just
Right.
You know, get the
100%.
record. Well, Guinness, listen up, dude. We're sick of this. We really need this to happen right now. So please, ladies and gentlemen at home, write in. More importantly, I want people to really enjoy this special. I've known you for a while. I've seen what you've created, and you should be very proud because it's wild as fucking unique and original. Our buddy Bill Burr gives you the tip of the hat to open this thing, which is insane. So go to steveo.com and go buy the bucket list. Buy it for yourself. Buy some fucking hot sauce for your tush, for your butthole, for a Christmas gift, dude. And I appreciate you, brother. We end the episode the same way. Look in that camera right there.
Okay.
And you say one word or one phrase to end the episode right into that camera whenever you're ready. One word or a phrase.
Yeah, dude.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.